Congrats on your Cowboys win, but I feel like the Lions are vulnerable. I think you could beat the Lions. The Lions looking mighty vulnerable right now.
There are no socialists in the NFL, probably.
No.
But there are people who feel like they're grittier than others.
And it's definitely the Cowboys for sure.
No.
The Cowboys definitely.
Cowboys, we're a diva team. No, we're a diva team. You know that?
Bro.
And that's all Jerry Jones' fault.
Bro.
No, we're a divas.
Cowboys are literal blue-collar workers.
We're white collar.
No, you're not.
Boy, privileged football team.
Well, you guys
all the attention, and we're the richest.
No, you guys are.
So we're the opposite of that. And Dan Campbell is gonna bring his fucking thermostat with him.
His thermostat
and his Carhartt jacket to work Thursday evening.
No, the Cowboys. You guys are from Texas, and you work the soil. Hat. And you work with the animals. You rein in cows, and you go rodeo
that's all soft shit in my opinion.
No.
But no. Texas certainly likes to act like they're like a rough and tough state. But listen, man, no one thinks Dallas.
We're Texas hard.
College team. No one.
We're fucking Texas hard, bro.
No one, man. Ask anybody about the Dallas, they're gonna say we're some diva ass bitches.
No.
And us divas are gonna go to Detroit and put on a show.
I think you guys are gonna beat the Lions, to be honest. I think the Lions are not in a great place and they can lose. This is a game they can lose.
If we do beat the Lions Thursday, there is absolutely nothing anyone could tell me to say we are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. For context, Josh has been celebrating this Cowboys win against the Chiefs for 4 days now.
Yes, since Thanksgiving.
He's been sending us memes. 4 days. He's been sending us memes in the chat, just going nuts. You would have thought he won.
So just to be clear, the Vegeta one was more about how funny that shit was.
The Vegeta one is very funny.
I thought it was fun. To me, it felt like it was really more so making fun of like Cowboys fans, but whatever.
Yeah.
He the guy must be a Cowboys fan, so he posts something like every week. So I'll make sure you guys see what else he
I'll tell you what, man. I mean, hey, this is the kind of season you want to have if you go to the Super Bowl, you know? You want to come from behind. Everybody doubted you. Nobody thought that you were going to be anything. And look at you. You're the second in the East.
That's pretty blue collar.
That's pretty blue. You're underdogs.
That is pretty.
Underdogs.
That's pretty. That's as lunch.
You know, everybody got a chip on their shoulder there, you know, and they've just been working hard and building chemistry with Dak and Pickens and, you know, just really pulling themselves up.
They're making sure they get.
They've pulled themselves up from their bootstraps. They really have.
For sure. You know the meme that's like my hands look like this, so hers could look like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's all of the Cowboys and the hers is the Cowboys fans.
Is the fans, yeah.
But it's like this. My Dak is like, my hands are like this, so Josh's can look like this.
Yeah, he's doing it for me. Thanks, Dak.
Yeah,
appreciate it. Light skins unite.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, well, look, I'm a little worried about this Detroit team, but that makes it better. I like that they're in a vulnerable position, but they're still a team you have to take serious because when we beat them, we don't have to hear any of these tired ass sayings, you know.
Yeah.
Because to be clear, I don't think the Chiefs are going to win another game for the rest of the season. And I also don't think that the Eagles are going to lose that much more games either. I don't think we're going to win the division. But I think we got to slide into the wild card, and we got to hope that like San Fran or Seattle.
Yeah, I think like
behind.
I think you go, like the Lions are your hardest game going forward.
Yeah,
because you know you got the Vikings after. You got the Vikings after that. I think Herbert's out. I think Herbert got injured yesterday.
Herbert.
Justin.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think he did.
You know, the Vikings aren't good. The Giants.
Watch some motherfuckers turn up against us though.
No, they won't.
Yo, this is still a gauntlet, bro. I think we got to play Minnesota in Minnesota, which is never.
You do have to play Minnesota in Minnesota. Oh yeah, so I still think like the Lions are your hardest game, and the rest of them are very.
No, this is good. This
is very winnable.
This is honestly good because if we literally, because like if we just win at all of these games,
if you just run the table
competition. Yeah, there's no reason we can't perform against anybody else who we'll see in the playoffs. You know,
yeah.
I mean, who's the biggest op? The Rams.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I remember a few years ago when the Rams took us out. You know, it's crazy.
The Rams are nice
had a similar season like this a few years ago, and came back to make it to the wild card, and we beat Seattle at home. And then we played the Rams in LA and fucking got smoked. It was a one possession game, but it felt worse than that.
Yeah.
I would hate for that to happen again this year.
Yeah.
Because the Rams is looking good, even though they just lost to the Panthers.
Yeah.
The Rams is looking all right, bro. I want us to play the 49ers so fucking bad in the playoffs. You have no idea how much I want to see them, bro. Especially this year. You know why? Because there's no Fred Warner.
Oh, he's out for the year? I knew he got injured.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was that bad.
That fucking guy.
Yeah.
No running back can live when that nigga's out on the field.
Yeah.
He hated Zeke. I know he did.
He did.
Or he loved playing against Zeke. He just knew every time he seen Zeke, I'm making this play. You're getting 2.5 yards per run.
Yeah.
I hate that nigga, man.
Yeah. I don't know. And Brian, you should know that the Giants were the first team in the league to get eliminated from the playoffs.
That's tough.
It's too bad they fired Brian Daboll already because it would have been nice to fire him now too.
Yeah, it would have been a good time to wait till he was after the playoffs. But I mean, they're playing right now. Actually, like at the time we're recording this on a Monday night, they should be playing very shortly against the Patriots, who are probably going to watch them pretty bad.
Who, the Giants?
Yeah.
You play the Patriots tonight?
Yeah.
Dude, at least you don't have to see Brian Daboll on the sideline being fucking weird.
No, that's true. I mean, look, I don't have any expectations.
I thought you would like that, Brian.
Season's over. Frankly, season was over a long time ago. So, I'm not worried.
It was the Broncos game, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mojo. Yeah, I was doing good. Then the fucking Broncos game happened, and it was GG's.
Yeah. But
that's gonna be us against Detroit on Thursday. All this nice momentum, this 3-game win streak we on.
Yeah, this is a weird year for the NFL. I found. I always felt like this is everybody just trash this year? I'm like, what's going on here? It's very strange. Everybody,
are we destined to get a Daniel Jones versus Sam Darnold Super Bowl
matchup? Colts versus Seahawks?
I would be so upset.
Seahawks Colts Super Bowl would be so random.
And I know you would love it. You would fall in love with that idea.
I wouldn't fall in love with the idea. I would just be,
and I would hate it.
I would find that idea very, very funny. Just the immediacy of being dropped by the Giants. He glides into a Super Bowl. Like Saquon did. He's
got a broken fibula now.
Yeah. I think they lost this week too, if I remember right. They did to the Texans. Yeah, they lost to the Texans. So, and then
matter of fact, I think the Jags are on top of the division now.
Yeah, they are. Jags are on the top.
It wouldn't feel right if Daniel Jones made the playoffs.
Something would be weird. That's how you know we're heading towards the apocalypse. Daniel Jones is making the playoffs.
I just refuse to believe he's not a fucking yam. You know what I mean? Because I've seen quarterbacks on bad teams still play good. They just get their ass whooped. He still didn't play good. Like, he legit turned into a steamed vegetable, under the New York media pressure. You know what I mean? And that's corny. Like, boo, nigga. Go have fun and there'll be an Indianimal.
Well, he is. He is being an Indianimal.
I'm not trying to hear it. Like you're not that good of a player. You're not that hardcore of a professional.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll lock down a long-term contract after this year. It's very strange.
Anything to not make to get that black quarterback out of there.
Get
That's
Anthony
how the
Richardson
Indiana
out.
people feel. Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of divas and lunch and blue collar lunch pail.
The Knicks won yesterday. I got to see that.
Yo, that was a good game.
Decisive win over the Raptors. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. They tried to make it a little close in the second quarter. They held us to like 18 points.
Yeah.
But it's hard to see Emmanuel quickly playing on the other team, bro. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. Was he a Knick?
Yeah.
Damn.
He sure was. We drafted him too.
Damn.
And we traded him with RJ Barrett away for OG Anunoby.
Damn.
I hated at the time, but now I do not regret. I just wish we could re-sign quickly. I liked RJ a lot too, but I'm willing to admit that he would not have worked. It's not that he wouldn't have worked well with Brunson. It's that like Brunson is just no, he wouldn't have worked well with Brunson because Brunson's such a ball dominant player.
Yeah.
And RJ needs the ball in his hand to get going too. You know?
There you go.
So that's not really good for them to be starting. I'd love to have RJ Barrett like come off the bench and wild out, but I don't think he's trying to do that.
No.
I'm sure he's happy though. He's playing for the Raptors. That's his hometown.
Oh, he's from Canada?
I think he's hurt right now though. Yeah.
Damn. Canada.
Yeah, right. Damn.
I think I remember that. I watched that documentary about the Olympics, the Olympic basketball teams this year, and I remember RJ Barrett was on Canada's team.
Mm-hmm. You're good.
Yeah. Bro, in other news, I guess, I watched Wicked. I watched Wicked Part 2.
How was it?
I liked it. I like the Wicked movies. They're cool.
Was it everything you thought it would be?
I didn't have any expectations. I didn't watch the musical or read the books. I liked the first movie. The first movie was cool. Second movie was cool. It's funny how they recontextualize how...
I have questions.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Recontextualize what?
Just like how the Wizard
they
of Oz...
have nothing to do with the actual movie. Yeah.
What, the Wizard of Oz people? Yeah, they're very involved. You get to see the origins of the Tin Man and the Scarecrow and all that stuff. And who they really are.
No. I'm saying the questions I had nothing to do with the actual movie.
Oh, yeah. What is it? Josh.
What was I going to ask you?
Oh, my God.
Shit.
Well, remember, we were talking about
something
Wicked.
Like,
something.
Do you have any comments on the friendship and dynamics of Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande?
No.
Any comments? Any notes at all?
No. It's a little weird,
no?
But, none of my business.
Oh?
They're not
Expand.
Hurting. They're not hurting nobody.
Expand on those feelings of weirdness. What do you mean by that?
Well, it just seems very, like, codependent, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know them. It could be just for the cameras or whatever. I don't know what's going on there. Why? What do you think about it?
I've just been seeing a lot of memes and people been talking about that. So my coworker brought up like how like weird they be acting. And I've seen a few clips online of them being very like touchy-feely and also like I think like somebody tried to like hug Ariana Grande and she like came in.
Yeah, Cynthia Erivo like
threw her body in the way.
Yo, this is fucked up. One of the funniest things I read is that someone called Cynthia Erivo her stand. Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande stand. It's just crazy.
Yo, that's bad funny. Did you hear that, Brian?
Yeah, I did. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh. You said stand, which made me think about Giorno. He was in a death battle versus Joker from Persona, which made me think about there was a new death battle that came out like a week ago, and not gonna lie, top 5.
Wow,
one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Who was it?
I think also because I wasn't really invested one way or the other. So I'm not sure. Are you guys familiar with the Final Fantasy games?
I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about them.
Character.
I only know really kind of about 7, but only in
7. Yeah, Cloud and Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones.
And only strictly because of Kingdom Hearts, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, apparently there's this guy named Clive from Final Fantasy 16, and this nigga's
I know
the truth. Yeah. It was Clive versus Dante from Devil May Cry. And I had no idea what to expect. I know Dante is like insane. Like he's, aside from just being really, really strong, he's damn near unkillable.
Yeah.
Like at least from like the games and shit from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Clive wasn't soft either.
Yeah, he's an edgelord's delight,
He should. He. You know what's funny about that? He is, but at the same
he's also
time,
not.
He isn't, because he really is a cool ass.
I know
guy.
He has like a personality, actually, but
he's got swag. Yeah. Like he was like the shining light in the tunnel for edgelords. You know what I'm saying? If you was an edgelord that thought Dante was really cool, there probably was hope for you in your future as an adult. Because Dante was actually a cool ass guy.
Yeah.
He cared about his friends. How to talk to chicks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was really confident in himself.
Yeah, this is the highest potential of Edge.
Yes.
Yeah, the upper echelon.
Virgil was a supreme Edge king.
Yeah, I think he's like max level Edge.
Yeah. I want to suffer, and I want everyone else to suffer. I actually don't really know about Virgil that much. He just every time I see him in clips, he always seems so extra. But yeah, guys, I highly recommend checking that death battle out. Matter of fact, I'll send it to the chat. I usually do send whenever I think like a death battle came out that was really good. I usually try to send it to you so we can talk about it.
Yeah, I'll check it out, and we'll talk about it next week.
Well, let me ask you, Brian, because I already seen it. Huh?
Oh no, go for it.
What was you gonna say, Chris?
No, nothing.
Oh no, I was gonna ask Brian, like, what is he? If you had to make a prediction, who do you think would win?
Between Clive and Dante?
Yeah,
probably Dante.
Just off the top of your head.
Hello? Can you hear me?
For what it's worth, yeah, I can hear you. I think I'm just lagging pretty bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, for what it's worth, like regardless of the outcome, me going into it, I thought Dante would win too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess you just spoiled that he doesn't.
No, I did it. I just said that was what my initial thought was. Regardless of whether he won or lost.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, I've been right a few times. I've been wrong a few times.
I don't recall a time I was ever right. Maybe I will. Maybe I did. I don't know.
I called. So they had Kyle Rayner versus the kid from Gurren Lagann, like the main character or whatever. Seymour. And I predicted that the Gurren Lagann kid was. Yeah. I predicted he was gonna win.
Nice. Drill to the heavens.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know a lot more about the White Lantern rings than I do about Gurren Lagann, but I like their whole series is about surpassing like everything, right? About there being no limit. And like, majority of the powers like in American comics have limits. They clear defined limits. Sometimes because of the plot.
Yeah, you should check out Gurren Lagann. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a very fun anime.
Yeah, I do plan on watching it one time.
I think it's on Netflix.
I've seen a YouTube video essay about it, and it was very heartwarming.
Yeah. Yeah, it's extraordinarily shonen. But in the best way.
Yeah. Let's get these tendies.
Dude, I still think about that sometimes, the Gurren Lagann. Like, there's this video, for context, is during the pandemic and when the GameStop stuff was happening, like, somebody made, like, the climax of Gurren Lagann to be, like, that whole GameStop era thing where investors were like, hold diamond heads. And they were all like just trying to drill through the heavens.
Yeah, all of that, the birth of all of that.
Yeah. Very funny video. I guess we could do.
I mean, for me, it was at the end when he was like doing the big speech.
Yeah. I want to find it again. I have it downloaded just because I know that I wanted to see it again.
I know. Please send it to me when you
find it. I'm going to find it.
Every time you come across that shit, please send it.
For sure.
But you was gonna say something about questions?
Yeah, I wanted to address a question that we were asked last week first. Mike asked last week about just clever lyrics in terms of anime, and I do have.
Oh,
I found one. I found what I was thinking of. So let me see. I have it pulled up here. This is I don't want to say the name of the song because it kind of gives it away. So here's like the whole thing. It's like only thing that lean is your bitch when I bend her over. Sipping Poland Spring in Arizona, fuck a Coca-Cola. That's your Juliet. Oh, that's cool. I'm a Romeo her. You think you a demon till I G you like I'm Tomioka.
Damn.
Tomioka.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
who's that?
Demon Slayer, the water Hashira. Jiyu Tomioka.
Oh. Oh. That's hard.
Yeah. You think you're a demon till I G you like I'm Tomioka. Because his name is Giyu Tomioka. Very good. Very good line. But that's the only one. I wanted to come back.
I wish I could get the lyrics for the song. The bar wasn't too crazy. It's just that like he puts a lot of anime references like in his like lines, and there was one in particular that this artist was saying. Whatever. I don't even feel like I don't know it's word for word. I feel so stupid because I said I was gonna like.
No, it's okay. I literally just like thought about it yesterday. Like I came across it on TikTok or something. It was like, that's the song I was thinking about. But yeah, that was that.
He said, so I'll say one quick thing. He's like, my nigga, he started his verse and he said, true Super Saiyan, my eyes on the green. Piccolo call me the king with the green. And I just off that, now I was fire, right? Because true Super Saiyan, like Brawly, right?
Yeah.
Which is why because he's green.
Yeah.
And Piccolo ended up becoming a king. He had a couple in that same line. Hold on, I want to pull that shit up for a second. I'm gonna mute myself. Why don't you guys?
Okay. Well, I guess I could start the questions round. We have a couple questions. We're almost caught up. Actually, we are caught up. This is the last email for questions. So, send more.
Mike, we need you.
Send more questions, everyone who listens, and also mostly Mike, probably. Mike B, first question. The question comes with thoughts on Kagurabachi Chapter 95. We are well past that at this point, but his thoughts were Kagurabachi Chapter 95 was clearly rushed. This was like the chapter that came out with unfinished artwork. He says, someone tell Shueisha to give that man Hokuzono a break and put him on an Oda schedule. That being said, Kagurabachi maintains peak statics. Now, question. Do you think overall it would be better if Shonen Jump was released on a bi-weekly, parentheses, two times a month basis? Why or why not?
Yeah, I think so.
I also think so. I think like it can only be better that way, in theory.
Because theoretically, you could get longer chapters for that and better quality chapters.
I don't even think you would need longer chapters, but it does give manga artists more chill time. They don't have to like be. They could actually take care of themselves and live a slightly healthier life with the same amount of page count. It would be unfortunate for us because we're so used to the weekly schedule, and we do this show weekly, so that means we probably have to do bi-weekly show. But yeah, I mean, it could only be better.
We could, if they, I think like we would have to do a bi-weekly show for the manga, and then I think that really would give us an opportunity to, even if it wasn't American comics, feel like that if we did want to do it like weekly, we could fill it in with something like, else. Maybe some Image comics or like something else. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it could only be better is my thought. I can't, it would be better for the manga artists in general, just health wise and life wise, and but it would probably be better story wise. They have more time to like flesh it out, and art wise as well. So yeah.
Even if they end up, and I'll say this, even if the artists themselves end up procrastinating and working to and like working like grinding the same way they do, they at least have a whole week to bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they can sleep probably. They could get 8 hours probably. That's the main thing.
Yeah. It's crazy though, because when I was younger, I would have been like, nah, I need it weekly.
Absolutely
not.
I
don't even be pressed. I don't even be pressed to read the weekly chapters anymore. I'll like most of the time. I mean, if it's not that I wouldn't read them if we wasn't doing the show, but half the time I feel like, all right, I gotta go read the chapters before we do the show. You know what I'm saying? More than me kind of just going to it as soon as it drops, like on Sundays. There was a time though when I was like that, but it's just not. I don't know. Maybe you can't relate.
I still feel that way, but pretty much for One Piece and Kagurabachi, I guess. I feel like those are the ones, if any, I get very excited to read week to week.
You know what? I think what happened is not that I've lost my interest or desire, but I think I'm so used to knowing that we're gonna have a whole discussion about it on the show that it's just like I'm waiting for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Reading it is just one aspect of my enjoyment.
Yeah.
This adds a whole nother element to it.
For sure. But yeah, that's that question.
Was there a question he asked though?
That was it. Whether it would be better overall.
About the 2 weeks?
Yeah, the better bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Next question.
Definitely. Yeah.
I just watched Ninja Scroll today, and I remember how growing up it was one of the anime movies that was universally praised / recommended as the gateway anime experience. The animation is gorgeous, but it's so fucking edgy. It made me think, whoever held this up as one of the animes you needed to watch? What is something that was praised when we were younger, but as you've gotten older, you look at it and think, this ain't it, / it has lost some of your respect? That's a good question.
Aside from Dragon Ball Z, let's say aside from Dragon Ball Z, I gotta say it, but I felt that way since I started reading like Naruto and Bleach and all these other series. They were all just more in depth than Dragon Ball Z was. I heard Dragon Ball was the best thing ever, though. I guess there was real character development and story and plot and stuff.
There was story and plot in Dragon Ball.
And stuff.
There was character development, story, and plot in Dragon Ball for sure.
Yeah.
But
and I never read Dragon Ball, so I guess I can't really make that judgment.
I know that there's an answer to this question for me. That's why I try to avoid things I watched when I was younger for the most part. I'm like, I know that this kind of sucks probably. I know this thing that I liked or, was like a big deal when I was a kid kind of sucks probably if I were to watch it now.
It's a cop-out, but I'm sorry. I got to stick with Dragon Ball Z because nothing else really comes to mind, but that's really the clearest one because this old anime I watched as a kid that I want to go back and watch again fully.
Yeah.
Even though I read Zatch Bell already, I still want to watch that. what's available of it. I never finished watching / reading Yu Yu Hakusho, even though I kind of already know what happens and stuff. And I feel like that even Rurouni Kenshin, even though the author is a fucking weirdo and all that, I like if I hesitate to read or watch that, it's because of that, not because I'm not interested in the story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With Dragon Ball,
you could always pirate it.
I have a little bit of FOMO. True.
That's an ethical way, I guess, to consume that. But you didn't hear it from me.
Sure. So you're not rewarding.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
Yeah. But you didn't hear that from me, see? Nah.
I just don't feel that way with Dragon. Like I was saying, I don't feel that way about Dragon Ball. And I only feel like I was missing out like on the Tournament of Power because it was such a cultural phenomenon, like with Jiren and all of that. Like I missed all of that, and I feel like if there was one really awesome thing about Dragon Ball, it probably was that tournament. I'm sure that was like a high of the series.
Yes, it's definitely the high of like Super.
Comparable to like the Cell Saga. Well, the high of Super for sure.
For sure. Let me think. Is there something like that? I know there is, man. I was honestly, these are things that I think about. I should write down because I think about these things sometimes. It's like, wow, man, what is something that I don't really like?
Shaman King would be cringe.
It's funny. Like Shaman King, you can actually read on that app I have for Hajime no Ippo. They put out all of Shaman King. I don't know if it will be cringe, but who knows? I never actually finished Shaman King, so. But I remember reading it. It was like, wow, I feel like it got weirdly out of hand. I'm like, I don't know what's going on anymore. There's like robots now. Every manga eventually devolves into like Megazord fights at some point.
Yeah, they just can't help it.
Even Naruto.
Naruto, Shaman King.
Yami's number 0.
Yeah, that's like a Megazord adjacent thing.
He was a Megazord. There's no way you can tell.
Shoot.
Ite Kubo thought, what can I do to hold 3 of the strongest captains back in Hueco Mundo? Oh, said, I'll make them have to fight a fucking Megazord.
Yami is the strongest, and he's also a Megazord.
What was the question again?
Yeah. So these guys could aura form against him.
Yeah, the question was, what is something that that was once praised when we were younger, but as you've gotten older, you started to lose respect for it?
Anime-wise.
It could be anything, right? I guess.
Anything?
Anything.
Capitalism?
Well, sure. Well, all right. I guess we could keep it to media, the things we've watched.
Rich people existing?
Yeah.
And that I could be one?
Yeah, I mean, that's a no-brainer, I guess. But
Bleach?
Bleach, huh?
Yeah, everybody was fucking up Bleach heavy.
Yeah.
People still dick ride to this day. But I guess they do that with Dragon Ball also.
God damn it, I know I have something.
D. Gray Man?
Nah, D. Gray Man is peak.
Yeah, that's on that, broski.
D. Gray Man is peak.
Don't take out your league rage on our beloved D. Gray Man. You hear me?
Is it still going?
Yeah, actually.
You guys are fake fans. You're not even reading it.
Yeah, no, I don't. I haven't read it in years.
Is Ippo is Ippo in a relationship with Kuma yet?
No.
Well, I don't know. Last I saw, they were getting very close, but
cringe.
They're still like a relationship adjacent, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that series has been out longer than I've been alive on this planet.
It has.
Yeah.
It started in the 80s.
In fact, Ippo just did some fucked up shit lately to her.
Oh, for real? Damn.
Yeah, I wish I could tell you, but
don't tell me.
Major spoiler.
Don't tell me. You know what I'm doing? I'm watching the anime, and then when I catch up to the anime, I'm going to pick up the manga from there.
Hell yeah.
Because I think the anime in its entirety actually covers the first 500 chapters or so, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. There's not that many episodes. But all right, I'm gonna take a pass on this question for now. I'll remember for next week for sure. Last question. I joined a fantasy football for the league for the first time this year, not knowing shit about who's a good player, what teams are in the running to be in the playoffs, etc. Since joining, I can't help but obsess and check my lineup for developments throughout the week. So my question is, what is more stressful for you? Managing / waiting for the results of your fantasy lineup, or watching your team go deep into the playoffs, and why?
Should I start?
Sure.
So I have never taken place in any like fantasy league.
BRB.
However, I am glued to the results of the Cowboys, and
he's emotionally invested.
And it's definitely yes,
he's a deep emotional.
And I'm definitely also invested in a handful of players around the league that I'm kind of rooting for. Like for example, Shedeur Sanders. For the Cleveland Browns. I want to see him do well. I can't really think of anybody else, but usually people that might have played on the Cowboys and now they're on different teams, and I'm kind of like still like fake rooting for them. That's why it was bittersweet seeing Rico Dowdle like kill us. Because it hurt, but at the same time, you're like, man, I'm glad,
I'm proud of you.
He was able to really find a home, yeah, because I knew he was talented. Anyway, but that's as close as it would get to me caring like about like the stats week to week, because the most important stat is the win or loss column at the end of the day when you really care about your team. And man, I'll tell you this, it is stressful, and Chris can tell you how stressed out I've been, because he's seen me watch my Cowboys lose in the playoffs at least 2 times.
I've been personally around the vicinity when I've been in his personal space in the times where Josh has witnessed a playoff loss. And it's depressing.
Yeah.
There's an energy.
Yeah, misery to the max.
Yeah. Yeah, I am I'm not in an Brian's I don't know where Brian went, but I am technically in a league, and I do like these underdog league things where it's very low management. You just like the people, you just like pick a team, you pick players on a team, and the rest is out of your control. You can't do any like trades or nothing. The game automatically picks your the best players that week, and it just kind of like you get a cumulative score based on your team as it goes. So you don't have to start anybody. It's very like, I just leave it alone and I don't really look at it. That's the most I do.
That's cool.
Yeah, fantasy is fun. I don't have the energy to do fantasy. I know people who do fantasy, like for real, and it feels like such a time commitment and such a like an emotion commitment. Like you got to be on the phone with people and just be like, "Come on, man, let's trade with me." It's kind of, people get really into it, and I don't think it's particularly healthy. I feel like I would obsess too much. It would be a little too much work. But I hope this show has been actually helpful for you, since we've been talking about football this whole time. I don't have
any Cowboys players on this team.
Yeah, I don't have any deep ties to any team. I claim Giants right now, I guess, because I'm from here and I'm trying to just root for a team. But I'm pretty agnostic when it comes to football. I watch everybody and I just enjoy the sport more than anything. More than rooting for any individual
Bro, if the
team.
Cowboys win the Super Bowl and I go out to Dallas for that parade to celebrate and you pull up with me, that makes you a Cowboys fan.
Well, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going. Well, maybe I will. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. right? Doesn't it?
It does sound like fun. Although I don't really like it.
Get you a CD Lamb jersey. You know what I mean?
Hey, if you buy me a CD Lamb jersey, I'll wear it.
I was always with the team.
Yeah, I always believed in them.
Yeah, CD been my favorite player since he was drafted. That's what
ever since.
Like, oh.
Yeah. I'd like to know your team. Who's on your team, Mike? Let me know. I want to know who you got.
Yeah, I want to know what players you got too.
Yeah, so send that in. But those are all the questions for now. Yeah, I send some more questions, Mike, and anybody else who may be listening at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com. All right. With that, we should probably get on with the real show because we got a hefty show coming. Bye.
Peace. The Stocks.